get us going was just take the master plan that we have and go through it word for word, line by line. I've got it home on my own computer now, so, and start updating. What I'd like to do is just kind of go through it page by page, kind of, and show you what it did, and we make changes as we go. Didn't do anything with the cover other than put May of 2013 on it, because I don't know when I can get this done.
I got a question for you. It's
Okay.
pretty new with this. Just kind of, the master plan is something that when you are looking for grant money,
That's part of it,
they need to see that master plan.
but it's also a plan of where we want the township to go, what direction we want as far as recreation, as far as commercial development, as far as everything, you know, housing developments, you name it. It's kind of a, here we are today, this is what we want our township to be like in
Yeah,
the future.
I think part of what you're supposed to do is, like the housing development, is look forward in the picture. If there's a housing development there, will your road system handle that development there, or is it gonna cause, you know, fire problems and things like that? So it's kind of, you're looking over the whole thing,
Yeah.
and kind of trying to lay out how the township's gonna develop. You know, where your big housing developments are, where your industry,
Best
I mean,
guess.
you're gonna decide what areas are gonna be commercial, allowed commercial and residential and all that.
If you look at the table of contents here, you can see that, you know, you get into, you know, the introduction is kind of tells a little bit about the township and so on. And then the community profile gets into aging and populations and housing, dollar-wise, economic stuff. And then the environmental talks about the environment, transportation, then we get into land uses, and that's where we get into future land uses too. And, you know, community services, you know, we want to put in a sewer system, we want to, you know, where do, you know, those kinds of futuristic things.
So when this grant money comes in, do they give you a lump sum of money for a 5-year project, or is that?
No, normally it's like the, well, like, say we got a grant to upgrade some of the things in the campground, for example, and we applied for $250,000 to put up 2 bathrooms, bathhouses, showers, septic system, blah, 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 right? We could apply for it and hopefully get something like that. And it might give us a couple of years to accomplish, you know, those, get those built and done. Or maybe put in new roads in the campground, or pave the, you know, camp sites or whatever, you know.
Is that what I'm getting? Does the grant money come with Crow Township money when they finish the project, or is it?
It depends on the grant. Some of the DNR and DEQ grants would come quarterly as progress is made. And fill out I worked on one that was a 5-year project after I retired. I did that, and quarterly we would report our accomplishments and costs and cost sharing and whatever we did. And then they would reimburse us. But we had, you know, we'd have that quarterly cost that we'd have to come up before we got reimbursed for it. Others are not that way, others are, your grant's approved, you sign all the papers that, you know, you agree to do this, blah, 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 and the check comes and you go do it. So, it just depends on the grant, there's numerous grants out there.
Just kind of like sit on it.
Yeah, it depends on the grant. Anyway, table of contents, left the same, didn't change page numbers. Starting out at the, right at the beginning, in other places where I've been involved in doing this, I think in the beginning you give credit to the planning commission or whoever did it, town governing board, township board or county commissioners or whatever. If you want that in, fine. If you don't want it in, we'll throw it out.
My name is Rob.
So is mine, but I want to see how good the plan is.
Mine
before
is
you
good.
Okay. Kim's is really wrong.
I'm a big can.
Yeah. Yours is why?
Yeah.
That wasn't that almost you. Just
What's your last
N-N-Y?
Courtney.
Yep.
Okay, not, okay.
IG.
And,
Oregon Drive.
No.
no, that's Carrigan,
Oh,
right?
Carrigan.
Carl, you said yours was wrong? Edwards?
My name's Richards.
He's a race car.
Oh.
Carl Adams for a race car.
Boy, you know, I can see that now. Why didn't, okay. I tell you, you know, after you work on this about so long,
And then starts to measure.
Get television.
okay. Okay, and then we'll get Ken in here too. Okay. And then, let's see, the first page, let's see, introductions. I don't think I did a whole lot there
You didn't change anything that I can see.
on that page. Regional, where it's, township bordering, I'll come with it, okay. I added in there, step work, you know, our cities of Grand Rapids, approximately 40 miles to south, cities of Muskegon, and then I added in Big Rapids, which was not any old one. Okay? Because,
And you updated the census figure.
hmm,
You updated the census.
yeah, the census figures was updated too. I think I've got that done all the way through. Okay, and then, let's see, the closest federal highway is 131, located approximately 3 miles to the east of our East Township line.
Is that all the farther that is?
From County Line Road to the highway is 2.7 miles.
Is it really? Geez, I would have guessed like 5 or 6.
But that was not in there either. It says is located approximately 8 miles to the east of the township. Well, it's located about 8 miles to the east of Croton, not Croton Township. So, and then just, you know, to try to, and these are kind of about the same changes that we made in the rec plan too, in this part of, and let's see. There was a whole lot else in there. Oh, wait a minute, yeah, the two major
page say vision and goals at the bottom? And that's not the chapter we're on.
I don't know. That's just the way I got it in my, that's the way that, when Tina sent it to me. You know, I didn't change any of the top or the bottom, just the guts of it, is all I've been working on.
Let's go on those so we make sure to remember to change that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's that? Turn. I lost her. And it did, oh, I guess that's what I was doing. Okay. In the history, don't know. It's changed there. I don't think I did anything with the history part. It's kind of left it as is. We might have changed history.
Right. I was trying to think of a good way to say that.
Okay. Oh, condition, system. I don't think I did anything with, which was page 7 here, as far as the church or any of that. Hydrological plan. It's kind of amazing what it costs to build a dam down here.
Yeah.
Okay, then we get to the community profile part of it. That's where things started to change. Change, of course, up on the first line, 2010 census, changed the population. So presents an increase. Increase of, changed the, I didn't change it. No, didn't change the years. Okay. Hard, yeah, the growth rate percentage of change. Made a 40-year growth change. I think that was an error they had too. And then talks about table 1. And I think we talked about earlier, I just added 2010 to make it a 40-year population trend, which of course changed the total figures and percentages. Then you get down here and or lists of townships. The only figures that are different are the ones added for 2010. The rest of them are changed to what the population, the census population showed. And then the change from 1970 to 2010 represents the 2010 census compared to the 1970 census. Instead of, in the old one, of course, there was a 2000 census, which also changed the percentage of growth. And those are out of census data. Okay. Anything else for that? Anytime you see anything that you don't like, just holler out and scribble it up and change it. So I'm just trying to get things going here. Okay. population. Despite the growth of the normal pressures that has occurred in the area of township remains essentially rural in terms of population density, with an average of 90 people per square mile. Residents still have a peaceful and quiet setting. The population growth is in percentages here, and that's right from the population figures. Only I added 2000 to 2010. The other one, the last one was 1990 to 2000. And then, of course, that changes those percentage figures, because like Brooks Township had a loss in population in this period. In the state of Michigan had a loss. And there again, see something you don't like, holler. Okay. The chart here, the age breakdown pie chart that was in here, the old one, took that right out.
Okay, Jim, going back, table 3, where did those figures come from?
Table 3.
On page 10, you're,
Those are, on my copy, those are in red, meaning that's my best guess.
oh,
Man.
Okay.
And down below you see a note. This we really need to brainstorm on.
So you figure that city and the county are growing 10% a year, the state at 5%.
That's, the figures that are in there, starting, I probably yours to look. Okay,
It's a little later.
a little bit lighter.
Mhm.
No, mine's in red, because this is important. So, for the year 2000, or 2020, 2030, 2040, okay, what I kind of did was just increase them by percentages. And I kind of looked at, you know, if you look it up above, you got the chart here for percent of population change. And this is Everett Township dropped by 5.7%. Brooks dropped. Big Prairie, you know, stayed the same. Kind of tried to look at what went on here way in the past and then in the last 10 years. Because things really changed drastically in the last 10 years. And then if you look over in Macomb County and you see the population growth over there, I mean, that's really, you know, terrific. That's just from the census stuff. So I don't know why that is. The only thing I can relate it to is you got the highway over there, and maybe that drew a lot of people in the early, you know, between 2000 and 2005 or so, 2006. A lot of people moved in there, I don't know. But that's that, when you look, compare those figures, and quite a lot of our column really grew. Maybe in the past, they didn't do a very good job of, you know, getting their census information together, and they did this time, I don't know. That was quite amazing.
Well, there's been quite a growth over there last,
Yeah, there has been.
you know, I mean, they're moving right towards the highway.
But these figures down here for, that I've gotten red and then kind of lighter on table 3, I have no idea what the heck to do with those. And
There's nothing you can do with them because the figures that they had from 1990 to 2010 are not even close to what happened.
well,
You know, so
Yeah.
all you're doing is guessing, and that's
see,
all.
Croton Township, they figured Croton Township was, back when they redid this 5 years ago, or in 2005, that the population number would be almost 3,800. Well, we're not there, you know, we're at 3,200. And